I must say, it is a fine piece of work. Where did you get it?
My father gave it to me. He was a blacksmith and a swordsmith. In Skalitz. Well, it's the last sword he ever forged.
Ah. I am sorry. In any case, here it is. Take care of it.
I will. Don't worry.
Respect.
I have not changed my answer. I will not sell you the rights to my mines. Not today, not tomorrow, nor in 100 years. You will not get your hands on my silver.
You forget, I have influential friends. If you won't sell the mines, you'll lose them. Just like Malishov. Along with your life, if you defy me.
Mind your step. Two can play that game. Did you really think that I didn't know you were stealing the royal silver, eh? When your self-proclaimed king finds that out, your head will be on the chopping block.
Seize that traitor!
Not another step.
You'll get yours too, turtle dove. What are you waiting for? Can't you see? They're threatening the Royal Mint Master!
Here, you and you, I'll call you, fucker! Good! We'll kick your ass! No, you don't! I'll kill you for that! Now you're... Take that!
Damn. They gave me a going over. Good thing you showed up, lad.
You alright, sir? Looks like you took some hits.
It's just a scratch.
Papa! My God! You're hurt!
I'm all right. What the hell was that, Rosa?
I saved your life. Didn't you notice?
We would have been in the right if you hadn't taken the shot. Now we have the blood of the king's men on our hands. Do you have any idea what this means?
Was I supposed to let one of Sigismund's lackeys insult us in our own home?
And you thought this was a better solution?
You know what? Let's just leave it be. I don't want to argue in front of the young man here. Apologies for the mess, stranger. There aren't usually so many corpses strewn about our courtyard.
I should be the one apologising. Some of it is my handiwork.
It won't be your concern, though. I promise. We'll call the guards and tell them what happened. That Ulrich Vavak and his men attacked us for no reason.
You think that will make them let us off the hook?
Not for free. But knowing young Plimo, the commander of the guard, I'm sure he won't refuse my coin. But back to you, lad. Who are you? And why have you graced us with your visit?
I'm Henry of Scalitz, squire to Lord Capon of Perkstein.
Pleased to meet you. Conslin Routard. And this feisty creature here is my daughter Rosa.
Like father, like daughter.
Why did your master send you to me, Henry?
He didn't, sir. Unfortunately, he's in enemy captivity.
We're sorry to hear that.
But I plan to rescue him. And I believe you can help me with that.
We can? How?
Lord Capon is held at Malashov.
Our Malashov? I don't envy him. I was planning on fixing the roof before they took it from us. It's full of leaks. I doubt its new master will lift a finger to do anything about it. But tell me, why would I meddle in matters that don't concern me?
Well, we all stand on the same side. Against Sigismund.
That is undoubtedly true. I don't like that ginger bastard either. Especially since his people started sticking their fingers in my coffers. But to get involved in something as dangerous as freeing a captured nobleman in a territory conquered by Sigismund?
We have to do something to help. I know it's dangerous.
Dangerous? It's madness. What if somebody finds out?
Does it really matter?
It certainly does, lad. I'd only end up with my head on the chopping block. And I don't even want to think about what they'd do to Rosa.
That's true. As long as Vavak's breathing down our necks, we have to be careful.
Who is he, anyway?
Ulrich Vavak von Neuhaus. The new mint master appointed by Sigismund himself. He's had it in for us ever since he took over the office. He's been pressuring me to hand over my mining rights. It seems he'd like to see me reduced to a beggar. And now we've killed his men. The king's men. I'll have to reach deep into my pocket to get out of that. Like Rosa said, lad. As long as Vavak is around, my hands are tied. I'm sorry.
Then let's get rid of Vavak. He must have some weakness, right?
There may be one. It's obvious Vavak is getting richer than his office warrants. There are rumors going around that he's stealing the king's silver. He even uses it to mint counterfeit groschen, using a fake die. If Sigismund were to find out, he'd have him executed at once, regardless of his noble blood.
Ah, I see. You want to blackmail Vavak?
It certainly wouldn't hurt to have something on him that would put him in his place for good. Some kind of evidence.
But how do we find it?
Some of the silver goes missing somewhere along the way to the mint. And we have to find out where.
Find out? But how? They don't let just anyone into the mines and smelting works.
You're right. Only authorized people are allowed in. Fortunately, we have an ally. My friend Peter of Pisek. They ousted him from the Mintmaster's office, but his brother Christian remained in the Italian court. He wanted to become the Mintmaster himself, but because of Vavak, he had to settle for the steward's office. He hates him even more than we do on account of it.
And that's saying something.
Christian and I were just talking about his suspicions. He'd welcome any dirt you can dig up on Vavak, just as much as I would. If you go to him and ask for help on my behalf, I'm sure he'll accommodate you. I'll help you free Lord Capon in exchange for evidence of Vavak's fraud. That's fair, isn't it?
All right. It's a deal. I've already met Peter of Pisek, and I know he can be trusted. Let's hope the same goes for his brother.
Excellent. You'll find Christian and Horshan at the estate near the mines. Tell him the password, Via Argentum, the pot of silver. He'll know who he's dealing with. But be careful, both of you. This is our last chance to stop Vavak.
We'll be praying for you.
Good to see you.
God be with you.
God bless you, sir. God bless you.
Nice and so.
You nearly killed me! Frightened in the refrain from sin. Satan is going around us. Ow! Kurva! Don't try them on.
Quick! Quick! Go! Da! Ka! Quick! Da! Quick! Quick! Quick!
The entire journey or what?
Ka! Ka! Da! Ka! Quick! Quick! Go! Quick! 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 Ka! Quick! Da! Go! Whoa!
God be with you. Keep the peace, and we'll stay friends.
God be with you.
I got this job from Ulrich von Neuhaus.
But I can make sure he knows how you run the place. That's the 5th yucca who got scrushed in here.
This is some jiggery-pokery.
Be quiet. And now clear off. Hey!
You're a Christian of Pisek?
I am?
Kunzlin Ruthard sent me.
I see. But I'm afraid I don't have good news for Sir Kunzling. I haven't made much progress regarding the... I just don't have the time to investigate. I'm always needed.
Well, that's why I'm here.
Excellent. What's your name?
Henry.
All right. Listen up, Henry. Nobody can know I'm looking into it. It's a very dangerous game, but hopefully I don't need to tell you that.
Lord Ruthard mentioned something of the sort.
Excellent. Excellent. You don't happen to come from a family of miners or smelters, do you?
My father was a blacksmith.
It's a fine craft. But it won't teach you much about silver mining and processing. I'll be happy to tell you everything you need to know. Now, follow me, please. We need to talk somewhere in private.
My respect.
Where should I start looking?
Straight to the point. I like that. We know for a fact the silver must be getting lost somewhere on its way to the mint. That means it would be best to discreetly inspect all operations and find out where the problem is. First of all, you should ask miners from every shift how many corves they mine in a day. After that, we'll compare the numbers to the mine record books and see.
But the yields aren't the same every day, right?
True. That's why we have to focus on one particular day. For example, the other day, on the Feast of St. Petronilla, Foreman Fett was beaming and bragging to me about how much he'd mined out.
Couldn't I just ask Fett?
Fett's job is to count the corves and write the amount down in the mine book. He won't tell you any other number. We're interested in what the miners themselves have to say. They've no reason to hide anything. Nevertheless, the miners are a strange bunch. They might not be very forthcoming at first. And they have an odd way of speaking. Like calling each other Sonny, however old they are. But you'll hear for yourself. You should pretend to be really interested in them, and maybe they'll open up to you. You could be a scholar writing a treatise on silver mining, or perhaps a nobleman interested in buying a mine. Or just say I'm your distant uncle who's initiating you into the ins and outs of my job. It's up to you.
Pretending to be your nephew sounds...
Suit yourself. Just don't change your story so you don't... But to the point, each day 3 shifts work in the shaft. Each has its foreman, or the first shift is led by Frank, the second by Samco's hewers should be off work now. You'll find the other 2 shifts in the mine. Take this, so the guards will let you...
And what are you going to do?
I'll return to the estate to do my job. What else? Once you find out how many corves the 3 shifts mined on the... And don't forget...
By the way,
Well,
he was a great help to us.
even though we had some... If it weren't for him, I'd never have been able...
Are you Foreman Samco?
Aye, I am. Who's asking?
My name is Henry. Stuart Christian sent me to you. I'm his nephew. He wants me to learn about his work.
Why should I care? Didn't you see we're off graft?
Sir Christian told me to ask about anything that interests me, and that you'll tell me.
Ah, Sonny, I'm so tired. I haven't even got the strength for gabbing. I wouldn't mind having a game of dice, but minus rules. Then I'll tell you everything. What'd you say?
You should obey Sir Christian and just tell me what I want to know. You don't want him coming to you when you're off work to tell you off.
That I don't, kidder. Ask away, then.
What is the work of a miner about?
Aye, that's a good question, Mara. Mostly about Alkin. Any yakker'll tell you that. But proper rest is even more important than graft. You're as weak as a midgie without it.
How many cores did you mine on, say, the Feast of St. Petronilla?
I can tell you exactly. All the yakkers were working, and we were getting along nicely. We managed to hulk 34 cores without skimping on hame time. First time in ages, that was.
That's all I need to know.
I hope I helped.
May God give you health, sir.
Where can I...
What you doing here, kid?
I've got a letter of safe... He's my uncle.
Is graft? Here with...
I just need to ask your for... Why wouldn't he...
Young, he hadn't even had a full... You'll find Paul at the lowest level by the roof fall. He's praying for the salvation. You'll hear the wind howling in the adit down there. It can be... Don't fret, but... See you later, my friend.
Foreman Frank?
What you looking for, Sonny? Can't you see we're hewing?
Sir Christian of Pisek sent me. I'm his nephew, Henry.
He's grooming us, but you can't just amble around.
I just have a few questions.
The more we gab, but make it snappy, man.
How exactly...
Bloody hell. You take a kevil and don't croak from...
I wonder... How much do you mine in a day?
That depends on how much ore you howk out of this or that face. It varies.
How much did you mine, say, on the Feast of St. Petronilla?
Listen, kidder. Aren't you a bit too curious? Sir Christian himself can tell you how much he's got written down in the mine book.
Uncle Christian doesn't have time for me. You know how busy he is. I just want to know what it's like doing your graft here. How much work you need to do to keep grub on the table?
Aye, kidder. Us yakkers have a tough life, but sometimes you get lucky. It was a good gar on the Feast of St. Petronilla. Our yakkers hewed 36 corves.
Thanks.
Take care.
Are you Foreman Paul?
Hey! You walk like a ghost, kidder. You gave me a bit of a fright there. Hold on. I don't know ye.
My name's Henry. I'm his nephew. I hate to interrupt your prayers for a dead friend, but I need to ask you something.
He weren't just me marrow. He were my blood. I raised him from a nipper since my sister died. He kept begging me to take him on a shift, saying he was strong as a horse. Wouldn't have taken her like. And now, how can he forgive myself?
Come on, it wasn't your fault. Accidents happen. It's God's will.
I suppose you're right. Will you pray with me for his soul one last time?
Aye. I'll pray with you.
You're a canny lad. Repeat after me. Almighty and merciful God, our Father, you are the giver of gold, silver, bronze, copper, tin,
Almighty and
iron,
merciful God,
and all
our Father,
ores and metals.
you are the giver
I ask
of
that
gold,
you bless my brother who has
silver,
died in this
bronze,
mine.
copper,
And may
tin,
your holy angels save
iron,
his soul from
and
damnation.
all ores and
Bring his
metals.
soul to
I ask
eternal
that you
glory
bless my
through our
brother
Lord,
who has
our
died in
Saviour
this
and
mine.
Redeemer, Jesus
May your
Christ.
holy angels save
Amen.
his soul from damnation. Bring his soul to eternal glory through our Lord, our Saviour and Redeemer, Jesus Christ. Amen.
So, are you going to...
Aye. Thanks for praying.
How much do you make doing?
Depends on how much we hawk. How hard. It's not really worth it, though. Half a grosh and a...
What is the work?
What it's about? Proper graft, that.
So how many corvs did you mine, say, on the Feast of St. Petronilla?
That weren't a good day. Nobody was in the mood for ganning on after what happened to Jaybird. But even so, we managed to hawk 30 corvs.
That's all I need to know.
If you say so, Mara. Holy God, Holy Mighty One, Holy Immortal One, have mercy on us.
Christian? I already know how many corves. It was 100 altogether.
I see. Meanwhile, I looked in the mine book. How many do you think it says there?
I'd guess it's less.
Then you'd be correct. The book lists 90 corves extracted. That means 10 corves of ore disappear each day. But nobody could just come along and take them. We keep a close watch on everything. The unreported corves must be going out to smelting works with the rest of the ore. That means...
What does it mean?
that this is fraud of colossal proportions, and that Foreman Fett and Herman the ore merchant are in it up to their ears.
What are we going to do about it?
Well, we need to make them tell us more. But carefully. Being involved in the theft of silver is a capital crime, so it should be in their own interest to cooperate. Make sure to promise them no one will know about their crime. You can mention my name. When you've talked to them, come back to me and we'll figure out what to do next.
Grüß dich. Was wünschst...
We need to talk, Herman.
And who might you be?
Henry. But that's not important. Sir Christian sent me. We found some discrepancies in the mine book.
Discrepancies?
How do you explain that the miners extracted 100 cores of ore on the Feast of St. Petronilla, but the book only says 90?
If it says 90, there must have been 90. The book does not lie.
Or someone is writing down false numbers and hiding 10 corves.
I do not write anything in the book myself. Foreman Fett counts the corves here. Go and talk to him instead.
Don't tell me you don't count them too. You wouldn't pay for more corves than there really were.
Do you have any idea how much ore passes through my hands? How am I supposed to remember how many there were ausgerechnet on the Fest of St. Petronilla? Besides, miners can lie and say they extracted more than they did. They like to show off.
All 3 crews agreed to report more. I seriously doubt that. Your story doesn't add up, Herman. We found out. Simple as that. Don't try to outsmart me and Sir Christian.
I am not trying to do anything. It was Fett's idea. He came to me saying we were going to deliver more corves to the smelters than we would report, and I would get paid for it. It was going well. I have always paid for what we put in the book. Then I got some geld from Fett on the side. On the Feast of St. Petronilla, I was afraid they would be able to tell the difference. 10 corves is 10 corves after all. Nobody at the smelting works cared at all. I am sure they are in on it too.
Sir Christian and I agreed to investigate the matter in secret, so just act like nothing's going on. Keep doing what you're doing. We don't want to scare off the people who are actually responsible. Understand?
Yeah, I understand. I will be as silent as the grave.
Good day.
My respects.
A word, Foreman.
Who are you, and what do you want?
I'm Henry, but that's not important. Sir Christian sent me. I need to discuss a delicate matter with you.
Don't tell me one of the yakkers shat all over the outhouse in the yard again.
I'm afraid it's a little worse than that. We found some discrepancies in the mine book.
Let Sir Christian handle it then. They're his books, and his responsibility too.
But you're the one counting the corves of ore.
Your point being?
I learned that the miners extracted no less than 100 corves on the Feast of St. Petronilla, but the mine book says 90.
Do you think the yakkers know how to count? They're blockheads, and they like to show off. I'm sure they just exaggerated. Anyway, what's it to you? Did the steward send you to snoop around? Don't you know? I work for Vavek, the mint master himself. I'm under his protection.
Aye, there's no point in denying it. Herman told me everything.
Bloody snitch.
He had no choice. If you tell me everything you know right now, you'll go unpunished. I can guarantee that in Sir Christian's name.
Keva, you're all I need. As soon as I was made head gaffer, Amara, who works at the smelting works in Grund, came to me. He said someone wanted to talk to me. One of them. So I met this fella in the tavern in Grund, and he told me how it all works. How to cut the books like. He told me the trick was not to report some of the extracted ore, and transport it secretly to the smelters, along with the rest. He made it very clear, if I didn't play along, I could have an accident. There was nothing I could do.
Who was that fella from the...
He never told me his name, even when I don't scare easy. But this bloke was reet terrifying.
Do you think the mint master or...
I don't know. I've got naught bad to say about... He says if Christian gives us hassle, he'd sooner replace him than me. He really said that. The mint master himself.
All right. Just carry on as if Christian won't give you any trouble, nor...
Clear as a bell, Mara.
Good day to you, friend.
I talked to Fett and Herman.
And? Did they confess?
They did. I mean, I made them. It's just as we thought. The trail leads to the smelting works.
Did you tell them to keep quiet and act as if nothing's happening?
I did.
Let's see what we've got so far. Those 10 unreported corves leave for the smelting works from here. If silver's going missing, that's where it must be happening. You'll have to go and look around, and talk to the owner, Buresh. I reckon that'll be tricky, though.
How so?
Buresh is a very cautious and clever man. I reckon he won't be happy to have someone snooping around his property. But he's the only one who can give you permission to walk around the smelting works without the guards bothering you.
Something like your letter of safe conduct. How can I persuade him to give me one?
Like I said, it won't be easy. Nevertheless, I found a way you could gain his trust, at least a little. You'll pretend to be a nobleman interested in buying some smelting works, who'd like to get a closer look at his operation.
A nobleman this time, then?
But be careful. Buresh won't be as easily fooled as the simple pitman here. You'll have to dress like a real nobleman. That means no plate armor, or, God forbid, bloody rags. But listen, don't carry a weapon. Buresh has a morbid fear of someone threatening him. That's why he has a bodyguard with him at all times. You must come to him dressed to the nines and act impeccably, so as not to arouse the slightest suspicion. In short, be charismatic. As charismatic as you can manage.
I got it. I'm ready to go.
Here, I've written you a letter of introduction to take with you and give to Buresh. I reckon he won't be thrilled, but he won't turn you down. Ask him discreetly, in passing, how many corves he took from our mines on the feast of St. Petronilla. If my guess is correct, it should be 90. It still doesn't prove anything, but at least it'll give us a clue. You could get something out of the workers. One of them is bound to know something. When you're in the smelting works, keep your eyes peeled. I'm sure something is going on there. Good luck, Henry.
Quick, quick. Whoa, whoa.
What would you like?
Show me your way. Let's talk about the...
Aye. I'm glad you... You found what you were looking for, sir.
Greetings, Master Buresh. I'm Henry of Skalitz.
Nice clothes. You've got good taste.
Thank you, goodman. Likewise, Christian of Pisek sent me. I'm supposed to give you this letter with his testimonial.
Skalitz, you say? That's where the royal mines are. Am I right?
You are. Unfortunately, the mining has ceased since King Sigismund's attack.
That truly is unfortunate. Christian writes that your family is interested in running a smelter. But I'm not selling any.
I'd still be interested in buying one. Perhaps I could change your mind.
I doubt it. I'd be a fool to give up a profitable business. But if you like, you can visit one of my operations. I'll allow you that much. With this letter of safe conduct, you'll be able to move around unfettered. The guards will recognize my seal. But I don't want you disturbing the workers with any unnecessary questions. If you want to know anything, ask me.
Can you tell me what happened with the mine door?
We weigh in the delivered ore and crush it so that it roasting mainly. Then the roast. It's then cast.
How many corves?
We don't measure in corves here. I have several ore merchants. When they deliver it here, we don't measure it by the... We process a large amount here. Up to several thousand quintals a day.
How many corves?
Why, from Horsham.
I visited the mine there.
You're lucky. I have an excellent memory.
Can any silver...
That's impossible. Everything is carefully weighed and recorded. Besides, molten silver is rather hard to steal. Once it's...
God be with you.
Don't forget, there are... And above all, mind you don't have an accident. Smell... God be with you, sir.
What now?
How do you like working?
Aye. Can you complain at all, sir?
Have you noticed anything?
Nothing. Nothing at all.
What can you
I can't complain about them from what I've heard.
Does any silver...
Here? That would mean some of our... Look, Sonny, I don't want anything to...
Are you the fella they...
You have no business being here.
I'm told you know something about the silver that keeps...
Me? Meet me outside in a while. Now you better... Fuck. I have to have a piss. You take over here, lads. I'll be right back.
God be with you. Keep the peace, and we'll stay friends.
Well?
Who are you?
I'm Henry.
Pleased to meet you. Surely you didn't come to investigate the...
That's right.
Why should I talk to you about such...
I've been tasked by the nobility, and that's a serious matter. I'm not just anybody. Just the fact that I'm relying on...
Well, sir, it's Volkmar. He's the head smelt. Recently, he bought stables here in Grund, out of the blue. It's all very suspicious, because if you want to find out where the silver keeps going missing, go to... But be careful, and keep a weapon close.
Thank you. Are you Volkmar?
I'm not.
Horseshit.
You must be the snoop who...
I beg your pardon?
Well, well, well. Fortunately, my... Pray for a quick death, you bastard! Useless! I'm hit! No!
Now, spill the beans. You're responsible for stealing the king's silver?
Not me. It's Buresh. If I didn't play along with him, I'd lose my job. All my life. It's true. As Volkmar is my name, I swear on everything that's holy. As head smelter, I test the quality of the silver that's been smelted every day. I have unrestricted access to it. One day, Buresh came to me and said he had an offer for me. He said if I accepted, he'd make me rich. He gave me his man to assist me. I'd take some of the king's silver bars and add them to Buresh's yield. The books were cooked, so no one found out anything. Everything was going well, and Buresh was happy. A few weeks later, he sent me to the mines. I was supposed to make a deal with the new foreman, Fett, and pay him off. In the end, I had to force him to cooperate, just like Buresh forced me. With threats.
Aren't you ashamed to steal from the king?
And which king did I steal from exactly? Wenceslas or Sigismund? I didn't care, man. I earned some nice chink, and that was that for me.
Moving on, where does the unreported silver go?
There are mined-out shafts near Old Kutna, where nobody ever goes. Buresh has a secret mint in one of them.
They counterfeit coins in there?
I suppose so. But what they actually do there, I've no idea. I've never been there. Buresh only told me about the mint a while ago. He wanted to send me there for some reason, so he drew me a map.
Did Buresh ever mention that Mint Master...
Not in front of me. Maybe his guard, Little Neri, knew something. But you won't be able to ask him anything anymore.
Give me the map.
Yeah, if you take the road to Old Kutna, you'll reach the place where the abandoned shafts are. The entrance to the mint is... somewhere around there. Look here. Can I ask you a question? Why are you doing...
For King Wenceslas? You may be in cap...
Now you have the map, and since I told... I know I wanted to... please let me go. Please.
I'm quite sure you have coin.
Here. I'll go to Kuttenberg and get fixed up there somehow. And if we meet again, you're a good, merciful... God! Guards!
Quick! Ja! Quick! Ja! Oh, God!
Prepare to fight! You won't get me!
Have you had enough, Bur? Now you'll spill everything. So calm down and
give me a moment.
Start talking now.
All right. The whole thing was Ulrich's idea. As soon as he became Sigismund's mintmaster, he got cocky and began to abuse his power. He grabbed anything he could get his hands on, took away mining rights from anyone who opposed him. Anyone who wanted to keep his station had to pay him a hefty fee. But that still wasn't enough for him. So he came to me one day with the idea that some of the royal silver might not reach the king at all.
Wasn't he afraid of Sigismund?
Sigismund came here for the silver. He doesn't care how it gets to him, as long as it does. He trusts the mintmaster he installed, and he's got no way of knowing something's going missing along the way. Unless someone tells him.
About the evidence?
Yes?
I need some proof in my hands.
And I can count on you to make sure will you give me your word?
How much will you pay?
How much do you want? That's reasonable. I hope you're happy and that I have nothing to Here's the key to the chest. It's behind that door, in the coiner's room. The key to it is right here on the table.
Is that all?
Aye.
I'm sure you have some. I don't know what.
I really don't have anything. I'll be on my way. I hope we never see each other.
Farewell. Are you being held prisoner here?
What are you doing here?
Get out of here. If the guards catch you...
You don't have to worry about the guards.
What about Master Buresh?
I talked to Buresh. I reckon he'll be...
What?
I came to get evidence against... I should take a look at the tools you... A counterfeit coin die like that will surely be of interest.
What do you mean counterfeit? It's genuine. Everything we do here is clean. Completely.
Except you're minting using stolen silver.
How are we to know where it comes from? It's none of our business.
We're just pawns.
Nobody's saying any different. The guards are dead.
Hang on!
You just wanted the books, right?
We can't just walk away.
So you don't want to get in trouble with Vivek?
Trouble is putting it mildly.
He'd ruin our lives. I'm sure of it.
I told you. I've already taken care of the guards. They couldn't fight for shit. I didn't even break a sweat. You're free. So what are you waiting for?
Free? Like...
Without permission?
So?
Then we could...
I don't...
Me neither.
Free!
Free!
Quick! Quick! Go! Ja! 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 Quick! Whoa! Whoa! Go! Ja! Ja! Whoa!
Good day to you. Give my greetings to Christian.
Excuse me.
And don't forget a torch.
I got the evidence.
Really? Let me see.
Here. His handwritten records of the whole scheme.
There are names, amounts paid, mines, smelting works, yields. I'll be damned. This is perfect, Henry. This could wipe him out for good. Where did you find this?
I'd rather keep that to myself.
As you wish. Did you have any trouble getting it?
No trouble.
I'm glad to hear it. The important thing is we have the accounts in our hands proving Vivek was behind everything. I'd like to see his face when he hears about this. In any case, we uncovered something big, Henry. It's just a shame we don't know for sure how Master Baresh was involved in the whole thing.
Well, the books will have to suffice. His name's there.
I hope so. This record here mentions a secret mint. Don't you have at least a rough idea where it might be?
I know where it is.
In that case, I don't understand why you kept it from me. It's clear from the records you must have found them right there.
I apologise.
Speak the truth, and quickly.
There were some coiners being...
Jesus Christ! Held prisoner!
Vavat locked them up there to work for him.
My God! He really is an unscrupulous monster. Did you let them out?
I did, but it took some persuading. They were afraid.
Thank God for that. When you talked to them, did you see a coin die anywhere?
They gave it to me quite willingly.
I'm curious. Let me see.
Here.
What the? It's genuine! That means all the groschen minted from the silver stolen by Vivak are absolutely clean! I've been thinking it all over while you were gone. The scheme Master Ulrich Vivak von Neuhaus has been running under our nose is incredibly insolent. But it's also one of the cleverest fraudulent schemes I've ever heard of. With those books in Rittard's hands, Vivak won't remain long in his post, and it's now pretty clear who will replace him. And a side income like that could prove useful to many people, if you take my meaning.
You want to keep stealing from the king?
Oh, come on. Sigismund isn't our rightful king. The less silver he gets his paws on, the less he can pay to his Hungarian cutthroats.
Thou shalt not steal?
Listen to what I have to say first. Everything would stay the same. Entering false figures in the books, processing the ore in the works, a secret mint. Only there would be a change in management. I'll have to find replacements for Fett and Hammond in the mines. But that shouldn't be difficult. A miner jumps at coin like a dog at a bone.
What happened to Herman and Fett?
Not long after you left, Herman disappeared. They saw him on the road to Grunt, and they found Fett on the spoil tip with a broken neck.
You think it's related?
Who knows? Maybe Herman told someone you were snooping around and that Fett talked. Things like that can get you killed.
Shit.
They're both gone, and now I have to deal with it. I'll have to arrange a deal with Master Boresh. But knowing him, he won't be opposed to a reasonable agreement. And I'll take care of the coiners myself. Nothing really changes for you. You can blackmail Vivak all you want, but keep your tongue tied about the whole scheme. I've got a little something here for you, as a bonus. And I'll give you something extra for the genuine coin die. All you have to do is nod.
I'm no thief.
This isn't theft, Henry. It's business. A mutually beneficial arrangement that will also help the Lord's efforts to stand up to Sigismund. You understand that, right?
It's theft. I want no part in it.
Who do you think you're helping, eh? You think you're a hero?
My conscience.
You'll never get an offer like that again in your life. But so be it. It's none of my business. You made your bed, now lie in it. I'll keep my promise. Here's your books, and here are the copies of the books from the mines and the smelting works for comparison.
Thank you.
It should help the Rutards. Or maybe not. I'm not sure it was all worth it. Now leave me alone, please.